this stream and I decided to address this particular subject by my own thought process. And it seems like every year you have to have this conversation about this dude. And I think to a certain degree, some people can't grasp the fact that he's not in everybody's best that ever did it list. And one of the things that makes me mad is his fans think they can come on outlets and try to bully you and demand that you place him where they think he should be placed. And I've said this on several occasions. I don't play that, and nobody's going to tell me who to rank in my, you know, GOAT category or all time great. So, in case you guys don't know, a little while ago, maybe a couple of weeks ago, when Billboard released their top 50 greatest rappers or most influential rappers of all time, a lot of people were questioning that list, puzzled by it. At the end of the day, it's subjective, it's opinionated, but a lot of people were just questioning the people that they had in their top 50 and where they were placed and all that kind of stuff. Me, myself, my own personal opinion, and it's just my own personal opinion. I think for the most part, I think Ice Cube should be in everybody's top 10 category. That's just my own personal opinion. But if you don't, then that's fine. And I am going to do a video breaking down that list and what I think of it. You know, those type of videos, they take time. But Melly Mel came out and said, hey, the only reason why they had Eminem ranked so high is because he's Caucasian. I do feel a lot of the accolades and you know what I'm saying, the praise that Eminem got was because of his skin color and because of who he was backed by. One of the things that people love to try to address and try to throw in your face when trying to make an Eminem being the great argument is record sales. And I'm going to get to that in a minute too, because I'm going to dispel all that as well, because that's their go-to move, record sales. First of all, Eminem wasn't a game changer. He didn't do anything for white rappers. He didn't pave the way for white rappers. He didn't do none of that stuff. That was made, that accomplishment goes to the Beastie Boys, which at the end of the day, let's just keep it real. Everybody knows when the Beastie Boys came out with License to Ill. I know they tried to do the Tina Marie thing with the Beastie Boys. They were playing their records on the radio first before we saw what they looked like. Nobody cared if the Beastie Boys were white. I'm just gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it a buck. The people that started making it about race was white people themselves, because nobody cared. We really didn't care what color the Beastie Boys were. They were dope MCs. They gave us an iconic classic album that's going on 40 years since its release. 2026 will be the 40th anniversary of License to Ill. And for real, nobody cared about the Beastie Boys being white. So Eminem, that's another myth, that Eminem paved the way for white rappers. That's not true. License to Ill, I think to this day, has sold like 20 million copies. Something like that. It was like a gold. The funny thing was, after this original release in 1986, it was like a gold album every year. So there's some falsification about what Eminem supposed to have did for not only hip hop but for white rappers in general. It's a lie. It's a complete lie. It's a complete lie. It really is. And I laugh at the fact that you get people that don't look like you that try to have the audacity to try to argue and debate with a black man about hip hop music or about Eminem. It's laughable. I'm not even going to entertain the thoughts of debating with a white person about hip hop and rap because it's an art form that we created. Eminem then lost rap battles. That's another falsehood about that he can't be beat in rap battles. He's been beat in rap verses. He's lost rap battles. The game destroyed him. The game destroyed him. I'm talking about the game destroyed him with that diss record he came. Eminem couldn't even counter. And I really think that the game, you know what I'm saying, heard some of my videos on how to beat Eminem in you know what I'm saying, in a battle, because he said no, he said everything that I was saying. They don't bump you in the hood, they don't play you at the club, and no girl asks to hear your music. And that's why I was laughing at Jess Hilarious, because Jess Hilarious, she was faking the funk when they asked her who was the top 3 rappers or something, and she said Eminem. I bet you Jess Hilarious could name like 15 Eminem songs, yet alone Jess Hilarious was capping, and that's why people started going in on her, and that's why she was getting cooked, because she was fronting. But Melly Mel, it was a lot of validity to what he was saying. It was. The thing is with Eminem, even when you try to tell even when you try to explain this to his biggest fans, to the Caucasian people, which I don't even think a lot of them like his music anyway. They just use him as a talking point to try to throw in black people's face about how good he is, and basically using racism, taking racial shots at black rappers. And it's always been this thing with Eminem that used to like piss me off. You could criticize every rapper and what type of music he would put out, or critique their albums, critique their music, and it was all good. But if you say something about Eminem, you say, hey man, I don't like this song by Eminem, I don't like that song by Eminem, then all of a sudden it comes to, oh, you're just hating, or you just don't like him because he's white and all this kind of stuff. I said before that Eminem is a good rapper. He can rap his butt off. But that all-time great stuff, I don't know about that. I disagree with that. Because Eminem, like Goodfellas Sports TV said, his music didn't age very well. And this is why Eminem was hesitant to do a versus battle. And then the 2 people that they wanted him to go up against, that wouldn't have fared well for him. They asked him to go up against DMX. DMX would have obliterated Eminem, and Busta Rhymes would have obliterated Eminem in a versus battle. Ice Cube would obliterate Eminem in a versus battle. Eminem couldn't hang with Scarface in a versus battle. Ice Cube wouldn't even have to play a lot of his stuff. Ice Cube would build a command and lead just with the NWA stuff. Eminem don't have nothing that can compare with the NWA stuff. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. And Eminem knew that he would get exposed in a versus battle. So that's why he didn't do it. And this is just real talk. Nobody. Let me tell you something. I'm from the Bay. And this is just real talk. The Bay Area, we was done with Eminem after his second album. Eminem, this is just real talk. I gotta keep it a buck. Eminem is somebody you play when you driving in the car by yourself. It's just certain rappers you just don't play, just like it's certain, for real. And I'm just keeping it a buck. Like I said, I ain't never been out on a date. No girl asked me to bump no Eminem. I ain't never been hanging out with the homies and we chilling and we throw in Eminem. I've never been at a club and they threw on some Eminem. This is just a certain group of people listen to Eminem. But then they want to go hard in the paint when it comes to his place in hip hop history. He got a spot. He's done things, but to sit up there and try to say he's the GOAT, I don't know about that. Or say he one of the best lyricists, I don't know about that. One thing about me, I really study this rap stuff. Eminem had a whole bunch of songs, like I said, where he said absolutely nothing. Or he just had some bars that was just really flat, or he just had some bars that just had you like, oh, hell no. And Eminem got out rapped on a lot of songs. He got destroyed. When I say he got destroyed on Remember Me, I mean Sticky Fingers evaporated him. So it's the same argument with Jay-Z. It's the same argument with Jay-Z. Now, don't get me wrong. Eminem did came with some cool verses on certain stuff. But all this stuff, everything he touches, he devours. Stop it. He didn't even win that rap battle with Machine Gun Kelly. Rap Devil was way better than Kill Shot. And if people was honest, and if people was honest, they would have just came to grips that Machine Gun Kelly's diss was better. Like I said, he didn't even respond to the game. He didn't even respond to the game because the game destroyed him on that. The game destroyed him. But my thing is, for the people that sit up here and like to defend him, like the Eminems, the Kevin Gates, and Kevin Gates, that's just one dude. I can't stand Kevin Gates at all. People don't have to sit up there and defend Eminem because somebody have a difference of opinion. And 50 Cent, he come across like for real. He come across as a cornball and as a flunky. Listen, I know Eminem put you on. That's cool and all. That's fine and dandy. But there are some things where a dude have to respond himself. If Eminem don't respond to everybody, then why is like 50 Cent getting so mad? Eminem just said out of his own mouth that he isn't the GOAT. He said it. He said out of his own mouth he isn't the GOAT. So why is everybody else getting upset? There's no need to defend him. He can speak for himself. He could have responded to Melly Mel. Why 50 Cent and all them other dudes getting upset about somebody voicing their opinion? Melly Mel has earned the right to say what he want to say, whether you agree with him or not. He's one of our pioneers. He's one of our forefathers. So he's earned that right. He helped green light this stuff and push it out there and get it out to the man for real. People thought this was a fad. So whether you agree with Melly Mel or not, he's earned his right. Well, that's what I'm saying. Talking to Grubber, I've been saying this about Eminem. And then here's the thing about Eminem. The best music that he made, he didn't put out the singles. I'm just keeping it a buck. Remember Me didn't get put out as a single. And he knew better than to put that. Man, like I said, his music don't age. Nobody don't sit up there and have nostalgia when they hear an Eminem song. When you hear Busta Rhymes, when you hear some of them Busta Rhymes songs, when you hear throwback Busta Rhymes, when you hear throwback LL Cool J, when you hear throwback Ice Cube, when you hear throwback Snoop Dogg, you have nostalgia. When you hear them old school Too Short songs, especially if you from the Bay, when Freaky Tales or the Dope Fiend beat or Life is Too Short, come on. Or In the Trunk, Man, you start thinking back to the old school, to the back in the days. It bring back memories. There's certain songs when I hear, I think of stuff that was going on in my life. I don't think of nothing when I hear Eminem song. When you hear a Tribe Called Quest, when you hear some of their songs, it bring back memories, bring back nostalgia. Shoo. Even when you hear some old school Will Smith songs like "Girls in the World Ain't Nothing But Trouble," "Summertime." Summertime is Summertime is an anthem. That's an anthem. That song got made like 30 years ago. That's an anthem. For real. I don't hear nobody walking down the street saying, "I'm Slim Shady, the real Slim Shady. I'm just keeping it a buck." And he don't even really sound like Detroit rap to begin with. He didn't even put Detroit on the map. I'm just keeping it a buck. Nobody don't sit up there, man, and be thinking about Eminem and throw in some, man. I ain't never heard nobody say, man, put on some Eminem. I'm keeping it a buck, man. I'm from East Oakland, man. For real. Eminem, one of them dudes you play by yourself when ain't nobody around. You wait till you drop everybody off, then you may throw on some Eminem. Nobody don't go to the club and then you throw on some Eminem and then the dance floor is filled up. Yeah, yeah, I like to see that. He never made songs that you could play on the radio. His videos his videos were weird. Man, House of Pain is more, man, House of Pain, Jump Around is more iconic than anything Eminem ever put out. House of Pain, Jump Around got made 30 years ago. People, they still play that. They still play that on movies. They play Jump Around on movies because the song was dope. I promise you, if you play Jump Around somewhere, people will know the lyrics. Pack it up, pack it in. Let me begin. I came to win. Battle me. That's a sin. Man, please stop it. And like I said, Eminem didn't do nothing for white rappers. Just like right now, anybody that's listening to this stream, I guarantee you throw on some Paul Revere. Now, here's a little story I got to tell about three bad brothers you know so well. It started way back in history with that RCA and me, Mike D. They had a little horsey named Paul Revere. Me and my did a corn up beer, riding across the land, kicking up sand. There you go. Boom. Who don't jump around? That's a song that you ain't jump around. That ain't no song where you know what I'm saying? If you hear it, you ain't gonna rap the lyrics. I guarantee you go to a function and you throw on some Eminem, people gonna be hella quiet. Oh yeah, third base. There you go. Gas face. So can we please stop this foolishness about Eminem? Like I said, I don't know why people get so bent out of shape when you criticize this dude, but that's always been the go-to move. That's always been white people's talking points. They'll try to say if you criticize Eminem, you're racist, which is absurd. Eminem made whack albums, and his music in a lot of his albums were whack. They were trash. They were trash. Okay, first album, Eminem LP, pretty good. But can you name 10 songs off that album? I'm trying to think. Name some songs off his second album. You're going to have to go look up his album on Wikipedia and then look at the track list and be like, oh yeah, I remember that song. You have to think about it. Third album, okay. Now, Busta Rhymes. Somebody just say name Busta Rhymes song. Put your hands where I can see them. Baby, if you give it to me, me and my B, Cocaina. Give me some more. The leaders of the new school, just a case of the PTA. I'm just, there you have it. So you get, break your neck. Same thing with LL Cool J. I'm just keeping it a bug. You just come out the gate, you think about LL Cool J. You don't even have to have a long discussion. I'm bad. I need love. Radio, rock the bells. Hey lover, I shot you. One, two, three. I'm just saying. Jack the Ripper. Mama said knock you out. Booming System. Eat 'em up, L Chill. Buck 'em down. Pink cookies in a plastic bag. Do I need to go? For real? I just, that's what I'm saying. Then you get the Ice Cube. After Police. I Ain't the One. Dope Man. Boys in the Hood, the song that he wrote. It Was a Good Day. My Summer Vacation. Hello. Dr. Frankenstein. F Dying. Who's the Mac? Dirty Mac. So I'm just saying. But you don't get you don't get that when you play. You don't get that same feeling with Eminem. Take too long. You got to think. You really have to think. See, I didn't even have to bring up check yourself. That's what I'm saying, and that's the point. No, Mockingbird was okay, but I'm just Once Upon a Time in the Projects. That's what I'm saying. You don't think of no nostalgia. You don't think of no moments in your life when you hear an Eminem song. Like I said, his music just didn't age well like him. So that GOAT stuff is absurd. He ain't the GOAT of nothing. It's cap. Now, let's address the elephant in the room. Cause see, I'm gonna help y'all win in any argument when people try to talk about he ain't even the first rapper to sell over 10 million records. I'm finna help y'all win in any argument when they try to come with that. Oh, well, Eminem went diamond, or Eminem sold 10 million records. So did Vanilla Ice. That's when they say, well, that's why he went diamond. So did Vanilla Ice. So did MC Hammer. So did Outkast. So did Nelly. So did Tupac. So did Biggie Smalls. So when they bring that up, once again, Vanilla Ice came out 9 years before Eminem did in 1990. I forgot what that album was called, but it sold like 14 million records. MC Hammer sold 14 million records. But we can all agree they ain't in the GOAT conversation because that's their go-to move. And the point that I'm saying, okay, just because somebody sell X amount of records doesn't resonate to them being the best. That's how you win. That's how you shut that argument down. That's how you shut that argument down because that they love to pull that one out. So with Diamond. That's all you got to do when somebody say Eminem went diamond. So did MC Hammer. So did Vanilla Ice. Now what? this, this is too easy. This is too easy. I mean, this is too easy. I keep trying to tell people I do this. Like I said, I'll shut a whole stadium down because that's their go to move. That's their go to move when they try to say, "Oh, he went diamond." It's like, okay, so what? So did Outkast. The love, I mean, I mean, for real. Just keep it. I'm just keeping it a buck. The Beastie Boys went. The Beastie Boys like License to Ill. This sold like since it's been released, sold like 20 million records. So what are you talking about? Like that's how you shut a white person down. They ain't gonna be able to come back from that. They, they ain't gonna be able to come back from that because that's their go to move. Oh, Eminem went diamond. Well, like I said, Country Grammar went diamond. I mean, TLC was yeah, that's true. TLC they had like two albums that went diamond, and since Left Eye did a lot of rapping, you can argument they was part rap group. Like they second album sold like 11 million records, and an album with Scrubs sold like almost like 10 million records. So there you have it. But that's how you win an argument. That's how you win an argument against Eminem fans. See, I just gave you some game. That's how you shut them down. Yeah, Crazy Sexy Cool sold like 11 million records. Yeah. Well, I just want to give you those white guys come in here. Let me tell you something, clueless black guy. For your information, Eminem sold like 10 million records. Yep. And so did Oakland's own MC Hammer. Mm-hmm. Yep. MC Hammer sold like about 14. So there you have it. Hell, even shoot, Confession sold. I mean, Usher ain't really a rapper, but I mean, I'm just saying, Confession sold like 11 million records. Speaker Box to Love Below sold like 11 million records. So can we stop it? And didn't Chris Cross first album sell like almost 10 million records? Didn't Chris Cross sell like 8 million records? Didn't Totally Cross? Somebody look up and tell me how many units Totally Crossed out sold. So I'm just saying, yeah, and Eminem music don't have no substance. Like I said before, man, you name it, man, I'm telling you right now, if you was a black dude that made records about how you want to do stuff to your mother and all this kind of stuff, man, you wouldn't even have no career, man. This dude made album after album talk about how he wanted to do stuff to his wife and all that stuff, and man, get out of here, man. Get out of here. Get out of here. All this stuff is false about Eminem. He didn't lost rap battles. He didn't pay the way for white rappers. Just stop it. Just stop with this stuff. Stop with these falsehoods. Stop with these lies about Marshall Bruce Matters. Oh, okay. Yeah, that ain't no. Listen, when they try to use record sales as an excuse, that's a mute point. That's bogus because I could tell you right now, like I was saying about the movie industry. Well, James Cameron has like two of the highest grossing films in history. You know, Titanic, Titanic, Avatar, and Avatar: Way of the Water. There is nobody here that think Avatar is the greatest movie ever made. Don't think so. So they did very well at the box office. That doesn't mean they're the greatest movies ever made. Titanic is not the greatest movie ever made. It was just a 3 hour movie, and for some reason it was very popular. For some reason, even though you knew the ending of the movie, I never got that. But so I'm just saying. I mean, can we please stop? Can we please stop? Can we please stop the cap? Can we please? Can we please stop it? See, you miss it. No, you missing a point. What I've been saying about Eminem for years. I never said, and a lot of people said Eminem. We never said the dude couldn't rap. Yeah, he is good, but all this stuff about him being the GOAT and he just have thought provoking music. He don't have that, man. Man, his music is baseless. It's not thought provoking. Like it's like shock rap. Every once in a while he'll say something shocking. Like I said, Eminem didn't drop some good verses before, but then he didn't drop some verses that were just terrible. He didn't drop albums that were terrible. And what my point is that people act like you cannot criticize Eminem and say, oh, this is a weak album. So everybody could get criticized except Eminem. So let me get this straight. Y'all can criticize. So y'all white people, y'all can criticize black people's album, black artist records, and say, hey, I don't like this record. I don't think it's that good. But we can't talk about y'all precious Eminem, right? Because that's pretty much what y'all was saying. Because we could say, oh, well, you don't like this particular Snoop Dogg album because he's black. Okay, you're a racist. And then they'll start, oh, oh my God, you're using a race card. Please stop using it. It's not about race. Well, it's not about race with Eminem. We just telling the truth. Hey, this Eminem album is garbage. But y'all think we supposed to give him praise all the time because he can rap and he happened to be white. Nah, it don't work like that. Nah, nah, don't work like that. We're not gonna say Eminem's albums is good just because he white and can happen to rap. Nah, it don't work like that. Like I said before, there had been some albums that I said was trash. Listen, Eminem did made whack albums. His last few albums, and I listened to them, been whack. If he have a good song on there, I'll say it. And I'll give him credit for it. Like Snoop Dogg that made some whack albums. Not very many, but he made a couple of The Dogfather was trash. That album by Snoop Dogg, his second album, The Dogfather, that album was trash. It was trash. And then the album in between, No Limit, Top Dog, that album wasn't that good. Even Too Short made some whack albums. I did not like Cocktails. I hated that album by Too Short. Cocktails, I hated that album. I thought that album was trash. Busta Rhymes, Anarchy, that album was trash. That album was hot garbage. So the same way we can critique our own, we should be able to critique him. You're not finna sit up here and try to use, oh, you just don't like this album because he white. We're not gonna let you get away with that. Are you nuts? Oh yeah, I forgot Lauren Hill sold like a ridiculous amount of records. She sold between like 8 and 10 million records. Forgot about that. So I'm just saying, man, stop the cap, man. Man, just yeah, for real. Just stop it, man. Just stop it. I had to, like I said, I gotta bounce you guys. Appreciate y'all being here, but I'm gonna come back with more. I'm gonna break down the 50 greatest MCs. But before I end it, I just gotta tell anybody that come across this stream, stop trying to tell black people we gotta like Eminem because y'all say so. That is because I'm white and I say so don't work with me or my followers. You're not gonna try to bully us and try to, you know what I'm saying, intimidate us and say, oh, Eminem, he's top five. He's top five. So Biff, you can take your butt somewhere else. Not gonna work. Just keeping it. I'm just keeping it real. Like I said, Eminem, he is a good rapper, but that GOAT stuff, nah, I don't know about that. That's highly debatable. And you can't hide behind record sales because I just named like several other artists that sold over 10 million records. So that argument is that's a dead argument. But there you have it. Appreciate you guys. Out.